Hello, planner friends. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm feeling a lot better. And we're about to dive into day 3 of my 7 days of planner setups series. Thank you for trusting that I would be back with a third video within a reasonable time period. And trust me, you are in for a treat because this one is my content planner. I am so excited for this setup. It was much needed. As you can see, I haven't done the best with consistency as far as content has been going, but I really want to commit to that next year. Side note, commit is my word of the year, so anytime I get a chance to use it, I do. But yeah, let's jump in. There's not a lot per se, but I'm just so excited about it. I may end up rambling on just to show you kind of my thought process behind what I did in here. But yeah, let me stop rambling. But like I said, super excited to use this next year to stay more organized and be on top of my Planner Lex game. So this is a Kikki K. I think it's in the color Ice Blue. Pro tip, if you want to get your hands on Kikki Ks, which are pretty much discontinued, I've been told. At least they're personal size ones that they used to sell. Get them on Etsy or like some sort of not Etsy, I mean eBay. Some sort of like secondhand resell type of website. People are always selling them and they're usually under 100. So pro tip there. I got this unused inbox, all the inserts included, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, this is the color Ice Blue, I believe. And the good thing about Kikki Ks is they always come with giant rings. I want to say these are 30s, but I'm not exactly sure. They're definitely on the bigger end of ring range sizes, I guess. But yeah, so I want super colorful in here. I wanted it to be super fun, and I wanted it to make me happy and inspired to create. So kind of opposite from the health planner, this one is a lot more colorful. But as far as inserts and setup goes, it's still simple. It just has a little bit more deco and bits and bobs as far as like the decoration. So I just threw in some of these little patches in front just because they were cute and they kind of match the setup. I think I got these from Dollar General, so I just threw them in there because they're cute. You Call the Shots, Babe, that's from Sequins and Paper. This is from a random scrapbook thing. The planner spot. I randomly cut this out of a planner, a bandeau planner. And then the planner itself, the Kikki K, comes with these little tiny notepads. And it also comes with one in the back, which I think is super functional, especially for people like me who tend to jot things down outside of the insert when I'm like in a rush. Now, as far as these paper tabs, these are not like the transparent ones you might get from like Cloth and Paper or something. These are paper and easy to write on. These came with a transparent planner I just happened to find from Staples, and so did these dividers here that kind of have a similar color scheme. I got that planner for like $10, and if you can find that, I would definitely get your hands on it because it came with a whole bunch of blank inserts, aka paper you can print on if you want to, lined inserts, these paper page flags, the dividers, and then even the transparent planner yourself. Everyone likes to use those as like an archive, so you can archive your old inserts, or even as a planner. It's already set up for you and you can get it in person. You don't have to wait for shipping or anything like that. So if you can find that at Staples, definitely get your hands on it. It was probably in like the back to school section. So okay, let me keep going. This is a vellum from the planner spot, and this dashboard you'll see in a lot of my setups because I'm just obsessed with this font from Minted Sugar. If you ever see this font, it's from Minted Sugar. Then in the front, I kind of just have an inbox going on. And side note, again, I'm sorry for all these little tangents, but I kind of sort of started using this, but I'm also kind of sort of waiting till the new year. So if you see some inserts half used and half not, or just a lot of blank stuff in here, I'm either saving it for the new year or I'm kind of practicing ahead of time because why not? So in the front section, it is always a good idea to put an inbox. So I kind of have that here. And I tend to do two types of inboxes. An inbox where I can stick sticky notes, and then also an inbox I can write on. But this particular format I've been mentioning is a new to me format. You'll see it floating around. It's like this box style where you can kind of just brain dump and like visualize what you have to do in this sort of way. So I popped that in the front. Then I had a vision board. This was part 3 of my 2023 vision board, and it just kind of relates to some of my goals that kind of sort of relate to my mindset behind what I see for myself as far as content creation and stuff like that. So you can see I have the YouTube plaque there, a bunch of girls on their computers and doing creative things, and you get it. So in the front, I also figured it'd be a good idea to pop content ideas. Now, I have a bundle from, I think it's DOAA Inspiring Designs, or DOAA Inspiring Designs. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but by far, trust me, when I buy inserts, I have to compare other shops and see whose bundles include what and how they format things, and I really take my time. And I also compare prices as well. And by far, DOAA Inspiring Designs bundle, which was a collab with RL Plans, or RLE Plans, it's easier to spell it correctly that way, RLE Plans, here on YouTube and Instagram. It was a collab with her. By far the best, most affordable, and like template and formatting wise, for content-based inserts by far. I've checked everywhere, trust me. So you'll see that sprinkled out, and then I also have some inserts from Analida Designs. So let me just get that out the way before I have to repeatedly say it. So in the front, content ideas. Here I can list and categorize any sort of content ideas I have. But because, of course, I had been creating ideas and listing ideas prior to getting that insert, I also included that here. So I have post ideas and video ideas, and I used a Paper Test Designs editable list insert. Then I also added an add to planner from Peanuts Planner Co. Now I added this because I am kind of still tweaking and finalizing this setup. So I wanted to make sure if I thought of anything else that would go good in here, that I would have a place to jot that down. This kind of cardboard dashboard also came with that transparent planner from Staples. Then in this next section, I like to utilize the section before the dividers start, especially because this one only included 5 instead of your average 6. So what I did in this front section behind the inbox section was kind of put my like date specific and really more like yearly and monthly views as far as like scheduling content goes. So there's this yearly overview where I intend to just kind of jot down major themes of each month that will kind of get me in the ballpark of what sorts of content I want to be putting out. So like, for example, December, I would put something like Christmas, or maybe August, September, I would put like back to school, just different kind of themes I foresee for each month. Then you'll also see I have a lot of blanks because I didn't know if I wanted things to be back to back, or I figured another good idea would be to print lined inserts a lot of on the back of a lot of these, so that I would have a lot of room to just take notes. So if you see blank pages, that is why. Then another part of this amazing bundle is this monthly planner. So here you have on the left side a blank monthly planner. Oh my gosh, my tongue is getting twisted here. So you get a blank monthly planner all in one page. And see, it's a little bit narrow for the personal size. So I imagine if I were to use this one, I would turn it horizontally to kind of plan things out. And as you guys know, I definitely am a monthly planner type of girl. I like to have that overview at that range. And then in this side, I have a small to-do list. I can either use this area for like tracking things, or I could even plan months in advance and kind of get a future view. So there's that. Then I have a few other inserts here from Poi and Hun. And I've had these for a while, but of course, like I said, because in 2024, I will be committing to my goal of content creating and really diving into that, I'm going to start using these. So I even started using them for December here, but I think I still could have done a little bit better by using some sort of like sticker dots to like track videos or something like that. But I did get started. I like here on the right side, you get an area for weekly goals. an area for hashtags you might be using, notes, and even a place to plan for next month. And then on the back is just a nice big notes area, because as you can imagine, there's a lot of just notes and ideas that need to be going and flowing and being processed in this kind of planner. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. So in the back, I just have some ideas. And then I popped in this post planner. And as you can see, it lists each of the months out of the year. So I imagine this insert being more for like planning at a glance types of content. But for me, mainly it would be like YouTube videos. So again, I practiced for December. I circled December for 2023, and I listed some of the videos I want to get out this month. I guess I could foresee some sort of overlap, but for me, repeatedly writing it helps me process and actually finalize things as I filter through my ideas. And then I definitely decided to take advantage of these Kikki K blank monthly inserts to, again, plan out a month on 2-page, different types of ideas. Now here I decided to include some color coding. So in pink would be like Instagram, and then in red was YouTube. And then I also added orange to represent my lifestyle Instagram, just in case I want to start taking that more seriously as well. I am blocking off some of my ideas just because I don't want to reveal too much, but I'm sure you can kind of get the gist that I'm just planning out different types of posts and videos for each day. I'm definitely using erasable pens just in case I want to make changes, which is very common for me. But some of my other ideas to keep things dynamic, which is super important for me, would be using these little tiny paper sticky notes, and then also, of course, the ones that came with that planner to kind of keep things mobile, dynamic, and functional for me. So I just literally put all of them in here. I know I'm going to take advantage of that. I love inserts that I can feel comfortable just writing messy. I literally thought about this while I was just flipping through my planner to kind of get an idea of what I would say. But one thing I thought of was like output as far as like my ideas go. So from brain to paper is messy, but from paper back to brain needs to be neat. And that's why I need multiple forms of similar information so that I can use them in different ways. Processing what my thoughts is different from actually planning and referencing my thoughts and ideas. So that's why you'll see kind of different layouts here. Then again, I just put the rest of those Poi and Hun social media inserts where I'd just be kind of setting goals and getting an overview. So there's the rest of those there. I put a few more of these post planners where I would just be listing by month different types of content and checking them off as I go. And then I also popped in this Paper Test Designs monthly. It's from one of her bundles. I don't remember exactly which. Maybe it was like the Essentials bundle or something like that. Because before I bought the DOAA Inspiring Designs bundle, I had the idea to use this as a kind of tracker. So it is a fold out and it has this tracker area. So I would keep track of when I actually do post stories, reels, YouTube, and reply to comments. So again, it gets kind of complicated, but I feel like having a system like this makes it easier. So there's also a difference between like planning your content ahead of time and also tracking what you end up doing. So I feel like I might need to differentiate that. So that's why that's in there to remind me that this might be how I actually track what I end up doing and when things actually get out. So then I just popped in this 30 days content ideas. I don't know how often I'd be using that because honestly, doing content every single day without missing a day is super hard. But if I ever feel the need to do that, I have that here. I tentatively labeled these dividers with the sticky notes that match them, so that's why that's there. But I'd love to eventually either label these or even invest in some custom dividers for this planner. So my idea for this first tab was to be called like schedule or post planner. So in this section are my literally my post planners. So from Analida Designs, I like this format in here because it's like a week at a glance. So if I want to see exactly what needs to be done within a week's period of time with a nice checklist per day, larger than the other one that was like for the month. Like, even for this week, this would have came in handy to kind of keep track of what needs to get done in each planner before I'm ready to actually do the flip through. So something like that to keep me more organized on a weekly basis. There's a spot to even do an overview for the month, like, you know, just pop in the month at a glance over there and just check off as I go throughout the days of the week. So I just have one there because, again, I'm not really sure what I'm going to end up using the most, so I didn't want to print too many. But then from the DOAA Inspiring Designs, there's a couple of weekly layouts as well. So you can do the week on one side with the right side being a page for a checklist, goals, tracker, ideas, next week, and notes. So I like that. But then they're also included, like if I wanted to do just the week on one page and keep it more simple. For these 4 sections, I could either do the different social media platforms I have or different types of content. So like videos, reels, stories. So that was kind of my idea there. But then there's also this layout, which is on 2 pages. It's probably more realistic for me given my bigger handwriting. And again, I started to lay out an idea of how to use this, which would be different types of content to plan for each day. So I get 6 spots for Monday, which is way more platforms than I have. So I would use that to plan or track the different types of content I end up posting. So I think I like this one the best, but we'll see. Maybe on a different week, I might want a week on one page and to just keep it simple. Or I'll know that I need a severe checklist every single day versus just kind of like empty boxes. I think it's good to have different types. So then in the second section here, I have my post planner. And this one, I think I did put post planner in both sections. So this is, it's the wording is so slightly different, but this is like planning posts for the week. This is planning the actual piece of content itself, if that makes sense. So I popped in the content and the video planner that came in that DOAA Inspiring Designs bundle. And this is to help me literally plan one piece of content. Usually going to be a video for me, but she does have 2 different versions, one for just generic content. And I like all that's included in here. So you get title, category, the different platforms, description, key points, a to-do list, links, keywords and tags, and then a notes area. But for videos, it gets a little bit more specific to like a video type of content. So it would have like a script for your main points, an upload checklist, and your recording date and things like that. So it's slightly different, but I could definitely use both for what I'm doing. And again, like I said, because so many different shops have similar content types of inserts, let's just quickly compare what's included in the Analida Designs versus the DOAA Inspiring Designs. Please ignore that I had some erasing here. So on this one, it gives you a spot to like write the date pretty easily and just circle what day of the week. The DOAA Inspiring Designs doesn't have that. This, I guess they both have a place to do a category, a date, published date. So this one doesn't have that. I don't see any dating on this insert, but they both include places, which platform you're doing. But as you can see, this one includes 5 platforms and this one includes 6. So this one, the Analida Designs, doesn't have TikTok. Now, I don't have TikTok yet, but maybe that would actually be a reason for me to stick with this insert if I decide to start using TikTok as well. But they both have an area for key points. They both have a to-do list or checklist. This one has a place for your caption, which I like. This one doesn't have a place for that, but it does say keywords, and maybe that would be the same as like title. They both have a place for links. They both have a place for tags, and they both have a notes area at the bottom. So similar, slight differences, but sometimes it really is those slight differences that helps you pick which shop to go with. Like I said, I'm not really sure which ones I'm going to prefer, so I'm keeping them both in here. And yeah, so I just have a bunch of those printed out. And then just for funsies, I designed this one myself a while ago. So I had a couple of them left, and it's pretty simple to the point. I designed it on Canva, And it was just a place to put down the date of when I did each of those things, or I could use it as a checklist, and then just a big giant place for notes and a spot that something like a sticky note would fit in nicely. Ignore the type of sticky note that was. That was the first thing I could grab. So that's the YouTube planner, content planner. That's that. Then we have my third section, which is stats. So this is another insert. I literally, guys, I got these inserts from Poi and Hun printed, and I've tried to use these multiple years, but again, I couldn't commit to it. So 2024, I will be committing to using this singular insert that I've used and erased multiple times. So I'm going to use it to track my subscribers, followers, and things like that. Even just like my general goals. So there's notes here for goals, quarterly goals, and just a spot every single month to track your numbers. On the back, notes, perfect. Then I threw in another one of these yearly overviews just to kind of, again, keep track of like general notes on how things went. And then on the right side, this is the perfect insert, the social media stats. It lets you have a visual of your growth, or hopefully your growth, you know, things could be going up and down. And this gives you a nice visual of that. So I really like that. I printed a couple of those out for each platform. And this one didn't print properly, but I was still like, maybe I could use it somehow. So I threw that in there. And then this is from, I think, Simple and Trendy Co., or maybe Puff and Pages, or maybe List Lab. They all have kind of similar fonts. But this is just like a yearly totals insert. So it's similar to being able to track followers and stuff. But if I ever just wanted to see it in a list format, I figured that might come in handy as well. So that's the end of my stats section. And then we go into my reference section, which is kind of just a mishmash of other planner related inserts that will come in handy, but aren't necessarily like content specific. So we have this planner hashtag freebies from MyMinimal Planner. On the back, it also just has other hashtags for paper lovers. Then if I want to get specific to my niche and things that I know I'm going to be using, I can jot down some hashtags that are relevant to me here. More notes. Then we have some of my favorite planner shops listed out in case I forget the names. Another blank list so I can keep adding to it, of course. I bookmarked this page because I was doing a lot of planner purchases around Black Friday, and I wanted to keep track of all my digital downloads. It's so hard once you've been in the planner community for a while and you have a lot of digitals. It does get kind of hard to keep track of everything you own. So I'm glad that I got this, and I can start to keep track of not only what I have, but what I've either downloaded or printed. So that's going to come in super handy. This is also from MyMinimal Planner. So I'm tracking that there. And I have some more space for a couple more pages to keep filling those in. Then also for MyMinimal Planner, I have this discount codes. I printed this on the cheaper paper. So I have 3 types of pre-printed paper right now. They all have varying thicknesses. And for the thinnest paper, I'm using the discount codes because I know I probably won't be keeping them after I use it. So any opportunity to use cheap paper that I could throw away that won't bulk up my planner, I will use that. So that's why you might notice varying brightnesses and thicknesses of the papers in my planner going forward. So there's that. Then I also have freebies tracker, also from MyMinimal Planner. I think it was a freebie itself. So I have a bunch of those. And then this is an insert I keep reminding myself to print more of. It comes in super handy. Also from MyMinimal Planner, this is the monthly planner prep insert. So it helps you plan out your planner setups. So I am definitely someone who changes up my setups on a monthly basis. So this is perfect to keep track of my ideas and also my progress on those setups. Then I created my own sort of checklist for my monthly planning routine. I've done this a million times, but here's just one of the many versions of my monthly planner routine. Then before I got that other insert, I had been trying to keep an inventory of my personal sized inserts on this Sesame checklist. So at the top, I listed each of the shops, and then I listed all the types of inserts I have from those shops. So then I also have a good amount of Peanuts Planner Co. inserts, so I used her checklist as well. And I printed some extras just in case I could think of another way to use this. And I also just had a random notes page of some more of her inserts I have that I didn't actually like highlight yet. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that there was a period of time where I did this little side thing where I was doing planner consultations, and I definitely want to go back into that. So let me know if you have any sort of interest in that. I kind of want to just like do it completely for free to kind of dip my toe back in. If you need any sort of help when it comes to shopping for inserts, setting up a planner, picking out a planner, and you feel lost, I love helping people get their planner system together. And for me personally, I'm unbiased. So I'm willing to look at different shops and compare. There's been some shops lately who have started to add consultations to their services, but as you can imagine, they're going to be biased as far as what they recommend. It's a scheme. They want you to buy their products in particular, whether it works for you or not. So if you go to someone like me who's not affiliated with any particular shop, you'll get an unbiased, genuine, authentic advice from someone who you know literally has a planner that they use. And you've even seen the different systems I've created for myself and others. So that's my little spiel. Let me know. Contact me if you are interested in that, or, you know, if that's something that sounds good to you, just let me know. I'd love to kind of dip my toe back in and start that again. So I just kind of paper clipped the list of people that I helped and what I did when I was doing that. That was a couple years ago, 2019 maybe. Then I have, so this is a really cool insert. I think it was a freebie from, I want to say List Lab. And this I'm using instead of like a monthly tracker. I'm just going to keep track of when I do stuff related to my printer. So I have one of those Epson inkjet printers, and I've been told multiple times to keep it functioning, you have to print on a weekly basis, or if you don't, you can get clogs. And if you get clogs, you have to perform these other cleaning processes. So I want to keep track of how often I have to do that. Hopefully my printer stays working for a long time. Then these are the little like inserts that come with the Handy Forms paper, which again, I'm starting to explore other types of paper, but these you can get from Amazon. However, there are more affordable options, so I will say that. But I do have a bunch of these to like either scribble on or like take notes about like the sizes of inserts, just random things that I might end up needing, and then will happily throw these away. I'm also keeping a reference page of the different label fonts that I have for my label maker. And I do tend to do kind of seasonal themes for my planners and or my body care. So I've started to kind of dive into body care as well. So I just kind of decided to jot down different scents. Oh wait, is this more, this one might be more scents than it is planner related now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, that's what that was, to just kind of plan out what scentscapes or deco or aesthetics I might want to do each month of the year. I'm going to take this out though. Then last section is lists and notes. So I literally just have list and note paper back here to jot more things down because a lot of ideas are being processed in here. So this paper actually came with that same transparent binder. Then I'm using one of the Catspresso clear dashboards to hold an insert size reference. And yeah, this one is like how to do the percentages if you want to go from size to size. And this one is like by inches. These are a freebie from Hey Planner Girl. You can print these out on sticky notes or whatever you want. It's a really handy insert. Planner card. And on the back, I used these ones. They're just like little aspirational, inspirational thingies. Then I have the last piece of that little cardboard dashboard and just a bunch of vellum that I might decide to throw in here, but I think it's pretty cute without, so it's just kind of tucked in the back here for now. Another random just scrapbook paper or something that I laminated. Actually, this was from a Bando planner. And then in the back is a notepad from Kikki K that came with the planner. And I just tucked in this cute little Planner Girl bookmark as well. using this gel pen that matches the planner. And that is it. I know this one was a little bit long, but like I said, I had to explain a lot of things. But I'm super excited to dive into this. I think it's going to be super functional for me. I think it's going to be the missing piece for why I was not consistent in the past and how I'm going to be committing to my consistency in 2024. So I hope you like that. If you have any questions on where anything is from, or like I said, if you're interested in getting some help with a setup of your own, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, do your thing, and I will see you guys tomorrow in day 4's video. Thank you so much for sticking along. Love you guys, and have a good night or good day or whatever. Bye.